Hey folks, I'm Maggie. I'm the Community Product Manager of DataHub, and here to talk you through our Q2 roadmap to give you a sense of what we have in store. All right, so for those of you who have seen our feature request board before, you hopefully have also seen our roadmap. So this is available through featurerequest.datahubproject.io. When you go over to the roadmap tab, you'll see a couple of things on the left. So just a quick kind of intro into what we have going on. This is also where we track the change log of what initiatives have started, when they've rolled out, what releases they're associated with, etc. So in Q2, we're looking for community support for five different integrations. And all of these are based off of just a ton of excitement and interest from the community. So we currently have Spark Delta Lake in flight. From there, we're also looking for support for Flink Connector, Vertica, Hootie, and Click. So if you are interested in contributing back to DataHub, please feel free to reach out to me. We'll make sure that the core DataHub team is available to kind of help shepherd you along the way, answer any questions you might have about how to build out those connectors, but definitely looking for support there. All right, let's take a look at what we have in store for Q2 from the core DataHub team. So this roadmap is really truly built around feedback from the community and just getting a sense of how we can kind of support new features and functionality or improve what we already have. So first things first, and we'll start with kind of like user experience. We're going to be making some improvements to our lineage visualization. And this is really to incorporate some newer kind of concepts that we've introduced. So grouping entities by a container or a domain. So kind of making that end-to-end lineage graph easier to understand based off of the related domain or the container of those entities. We'll also be introducing column level lineage. So for those of you who have been following along, we have column level lineage supported within our metadata graph, and so within the backend. And this is really going to be surfacing that information on the lineage visualization. The other part is that we know these lineage visualizations can get really complex really fast. So we're going to be introducing this idea of filtering by entity type, or kind of searching along that graph so you can really pinpoint the areas that you're looking for. Within the same vein of user experience, we're going to be making some improvements to our business glossary. So one part of that is going to be kind of managing and creating glossary terms via the UI. We're also going to be pulling in Markdown support. Both of these are coming directly from high input in our feature requests. And then we also want to make sure that there's a clear workflow around actually creating, updating, and deprecating glossary terms, so that as your business use cases evolve, you can kind of tune them and kind of mark things as deprecated along the way. Within our dataset entity, we're going to be kind of giving a fresh look to our queries and stats tab. More information to come there, but this is really just kind of making sure that all of the really rich metadata that we're pulling in for data sets is easy to comprehend, easy to navigate, etc. All right, one more from the user experience side of things. We are going to be making some improvements to how folks can manage user groups and access policies. We know that we have rolled out some great support for view-based roles, user and group management within the UI, but we want to make sure that we're continuing to really facilitate those workflows. So specifically, we'll be thinking about how do we support adding users via the DataHub UI, and then also just improve docs around managing and creating users, groups, policies, and kind of all of those access roles in there. All right, let's move over to developer experience. We are going to invest some time in building out an improved getting started tutorial for developers. We know that our existing quick start guide is very useful for folks to kind of get in and start acting or get in and start using DataHub pretty rapidly. But we want to make sure that we are kind of expanding those resources and making it easier and easier for folks to get in and go in there. The other thing is that we're going to be expanding our functionality of our Java emitter. So we'll be implementing a Java Kafka emitter. And then for folks that are not currently working in an environment that is complementary to using Confluent Schema Registry, we're going to remove that schema registry as a hard requirement for DataHub. So this has come, I know that there's a handful of folks in the community that are trying to build some workarounds there. So please, rest assured that we're going to be picking this up, and hopefully we'll get that out for you quickly. And then last but not least, in terms of what we have planned, there are 2 feature requests in our user experience around, one is around collaboration within the DataHub UI, and then enabling comments by users on given entities within the UI. And if you take a look at these, I won't dig into it too much here. There's a ton of not only, kind of like upvoting and interest, but also just a ton of really amazing and robust use cases here. And we want to make sure that we actually take the time to understand the problems associated with it, understand that this, what collaboration and kind of social features would, what workflows would be empowered by those, and not just kind of like slap a feature on it and call it complete. So we're not signing up explicitly for development this quarter, but we are signing up for design and discovery. And so I'll be leading some kind of user interviews within the community. So keep your eyes peeled for notifications or updates there. And really, we'll just be looking for a ton of feedback to really build out these workflow stories, build out the a coherent offering of what we can solve there. Last but not least, we do have one initiative in progress still from Q1. So this is around building out an open API spec for our metadata service. We have this in flight. More updates to come as we move through it, but just so you know, we didn't lose sight of that one. And then we will continue to kind of keep our prior initiatives updated as we move through this process. So prior initiatives, this is all from Q1, so everything's just kind of in one spot for you. So that's it for this round. I'm super excited to not only deliver, help you all deliver some really impactful work, but I'm super excited to also hear from folks, to hear how we can really make this stuff shine. So if you have any questions, any feedback, I am all ears. You're always more than welcome to reach out to me on Slack. And let's get to work, folks. Have a great day. We'll see you on the internet. Bye-bye.